Welcome to 49 Sports Games, and I got a full game playthrough for you, starting with highlight hockey, and then we're going to switch over to quick decks hockey for the third period. If it's a blowout, we'll switch back and you'll be able to see how that works. But you know what? I've got the Four Nations Cup final. It's a couple hours to game time. I wanted to play this game before the game actually happened, so I doubt there'll be a blowout. But if there is, you'll see how it switches back and forth. Should be a fun game, and you'll notice, I mean, I'm wearing green here tonight because I've lived in Canada and the US all my life, kind of, well, not half and half, but pretty darn close. It's closing in on half and half. So no allegiance, just looking for a great game. And I hope this is a really good game for you to see too. So we have everything set and ready to go. A quick look at how the setup is when you have Quick Decks hockey. I know I'm going to play the third period, at least the start of it. So I got the Quick Decks board set up here, and then you have the supplemental board, which I'll move out of the road for the third period to make room for the ice action deck. Because remember, we've got two decks and we're playing Quick Decks hockey. Okay, the only thing I haven't done so far now is rolled for the goalie. So let's roll for Jordan Binnington. And Binnington, he rolls a 1. Oh no, he's going to be shaky. So his rating when we get to Quick Decks will be a 5, but for highlight hockey, just use rebound, so that's a 4. And Connor Hellebuyck, and he gets a 10, which is a good rating, and so he's a 7. So that's a pretty big discrepancy in goals. Now you'll notice too on the lineups, this is the lineups that I created a while ago. Charlie McAvoy, of course, is not going to play in this game tonight, but I didn't want to take the time to take him out. But just one note was McAvoy, if you look at the D rates on all these defensemen, these ratings all come from their team chart, so they're based on how their team was doing. But boy, in that first game that Team USA won during the round robin, McAvoy, he was pretty outstanding on how he dealt with Connor McDavid after McDavid had that amazing first goal. So anyway, I digress. Let's go now to see how we're going to play. So Team Canada is pass out, pass in. So as long as it's a 1 to 9, they're going to stay that. It's a 6 and a 10. So they're going to play pass out, but they're going to play dump and chase, which is maybe good because Binnington didn't get the good roll. United States, they are also pass out, and it's a 1, so that's a pass out. And 10, so they're going to dump and chase as well. So both teams are going to play exactly the same. Pass out and dump and chase. And with that, I'm going to take a little bit here because I'm not used to having the dice tower over on my left, but we'll get it sorted out. Everything else is set, ready to go. We got the markers out here for the lines. You can kind of see around my dice tower. And we'll look at the first card. And the first card is going to require possession check. So let's do that. It's an 18. High face-off wins. Tie goes to the visitors. And so McDavid and Eichel are both 5. McDavid's the visitor, so Team Canada has it. We're going to do a skill check. Right? So you notice that a little change right now. I'd forgotten to roll the dice for all these rows, and so we got them now. So we got the forward lines is going to be the fourth lines are going to be out there for the forwards, and the second pairing defenseman for the D. And now we're going to do the check, the skill check. So Canada's right wing forecheck of 7. So Konechny, his forecheck is a 9. So yes, he passes it. Defender, left wing hitting of 11. So left wing is going to be Brock Nelson. His hitting is just a 3. So just Canada. It's going to be center. Anthony Cirelli has to have a shoot of 7 or more, and he does. In plus 10, so he's going to be 19. Of course, the max you can be is 18. 18 versus a 7. Here's the first good highlight. A 10 versus a 7, and Hellebuyck makes a big save. So it's a rebound. So it's FD, right winger, in plus 3. So Konechny gets his own rebound, needs a 12. And it's a 8. So if this is a 1 to 12, Hellebuyck is not going to be able to make the save. And it's in. Travis Konechny scores for Canada. And they lead 1 to 0 on this first chance at a highlight. So it's going to be the first and second, and that's going to be Konechny and it's Hagel and Morrissey on the assists for Canada, and so they get that all-important first goal. They lead at 1-0. Okay, we are going to go to visitors 2 in the forwards, homes 3, and the defensemen are the first pairings. And let's turn over a card. And we have another check. And so we need to see who's got possession. 16 is home has possession this time. So we're looking at their right D, takeaway of 9+. Charlie McAvoy, so he passes. And for Canada, the center puck move of 10. Nathan MacKinnon definitely, so it's both. Both teams get a scoring chance, resolve visitors first. So it's a left winger for Canada. This is Sidney Crosby in +8. So he is a 12. And he's outside of range and inside, so that's just a no rebound. And now Team USA is going to get a chance for their forward, which is their right winger. In this case, it's going to be Matt Boldy in +8. So he's a 13 versus a 4. And it's a 19 versus a 6. So it's both outside. So that is a rebound. It asks if the Team USA's high offensive rate is 11 and Brady Tkachuk and Zach Werenski both are. They gain control. Forward, who is going to be the center, JT Miller in +5. He's a 10. 10 versus a 4. And it's a 14 and a 6. So outside of both ranges again. So that's second rebound. Defender gets control. New lines from row. Go to next card. So defender has control. We have forwards 1, defense, visitors 2, home 1. And we go to new card, card number 3. And Canada, they are playing dump and chase. Lucky for them. So this card here, see if they were playing pass in, it would have been intercepted by Team USA. So they're playing safer. They play dump and chase. Defender has 2 takeaways of 10. They definitely do. Werenski and Charlie McAvoy, both defenders, are defensemen. So they cause a turnover. They control into the attack zone. So maybe it didn't work out so well for Canada. Forward in +8. So this is a right winger. Matt Tkachuk, he's shoot of 8, yes. And so it's 6 + 8 is a 14. So 14 versus a 4. And it's a 19 and a 7. So it's outside of range again. And this time it's an okay rebound. D, which is the right D, out +5. So Charlie McAvoy, he's going to have a rating of 8. And it's in range for him. So 1-4 for Jordan Binnington to make the save. And it's not. And Charlie McAvoy makes his presence here in this game, even though he's not going to get the chance in the real thing because of his injury. But it's a 1-1 tie. And we have the assist going to Eichel and Connor. So top line for USA ties things up here. And one thing we haven't done yet is roll on this chart here. So this is a D12. I don't know how many cards we're playing yet. And this happens a lot. I get partway into the first period and then I figure out what's going on. And it's a 9. And a 9 says, 7, 7, 7. So that is the most we could have. So write that down as a reminder. So we're having 7 cards. So we're 3 in of highlights. So this could turn out to be a pretty high scoring game. Okay, we got new lines. So the forwards are 3. And defense is visitors 1 and homes 2. And we can do possession here, 17. Low face-off, and that is Braden Point for Canada. He's a 5 versus JT Miller is an 8. But it doesn't matter because we are up against a penalty. Teams do not have a player rated 10 or more. And so we go to this bottom here. Both teams don't, then a penalty is called against the second highest rated player on the ice. So not per team. So you look at the top 2 on US, it's Tkachuk's a 10, Miller's a 5. For Canada, Marchand's a 5. So the second highest rated player on the ice is a tie between JT Miller and Brad Marchand. So they're both going to get penalties. So we're going to roll. And we do the visitors first. And we're going to roll. A 1-7 is the first unit. And 8-12 it's the second unit. And so we'll do Team Canada first. And then we'll do that for Team USA. And it is a 4. So Team Canada's first unit, which I just happen to have here. And so let's see, it says, out of space here. I'm just out of space. We're at this highlight card right here. And we're looking at the top here. The power play is the top, empty nets on the bottom. Power play has 2 O rates of 10. They definitely do. They're all 10. Pass goes to FD, which is the left D. Choice shot +8. So it's Nathan MacKinnon, even though he's playing the point, it says a choice shot. So he sneaks around, tries to backdoor. So it's going to be a 13. So MacKinnon is a 13, and it is a 13. So Hellebuck is a 1-7 to save it, and it's a 6. He makes a save. It's a good rebound forward is center in +5. And so that is going to be, did I do this right? Yes. Okay, so forward, so it's going to be a good rebound. So it's going to be forward in +5. It's going to be the center is going to be Connor McDavid. So he's a 12. 7 to 5 is 12. Let's see if he gets a shot on net. A 2, he definitely is. Hellebuyck needs a 1 to 7, and he rolls a 7. And Hellebuyck has made a couple of huge saves for Team USA here in this first period. Okay, now let's roll to see for Team USA. They're going to have their first unit out as well. And we need a new card for them. And the new card is, do they have 2 O rates of 10? Wow, it's almost the exact same card. Well, guess what? It is the same card. Card number 3 and 11 are the same for the power play. Okay, so they have their 2 O rates of 10. They definitely do. They control the attack zone. Pass goes to the right winger. And the right winger is Matthew Tkachuk. And his 6 and 8 is a 14. Let's roll it again on him. Let's see, it's a 14. It's a 13. So Binnington needs a 1 to 4 to make the save, and it's outside his range. And so Team USA takes a lead on the power play. Matthew Tkachuk, and at this point, I haven't even heard if he's going to play yet, or Brady Tkachuk. So that's going to be an interesting development as things go on. And so the pass assists are going to be against top unit here. So it's Eichel and Fox. So Eichel with a second assist of the period. And Fox, and get the stuff off screen here. So we're at 4 cards. So we're coming up on the 5th card. Forwards 2, Ds 3. And we need a possession check because somebody's going to do a strategy. Home gains possession. They're playing dump and chase. Their high O rate is 11. They have 2 at 11. So they move into the attack zone. Forward is a left winger in +8. So Gunsel, he's an 18. 18 versus a 4. And it is an 18 versus 11. Uh-oh. Binnington, you know what? It might be time already here for Canada to make a change because Binnington's obviously shaky, and that's going to come into play, I think, as this whole game goes along. All right, let me chase this dice all over the floor here. Okay, and so the assists are going to be Jack Hughes and Austin Matthews. So Jack Hughes, Austin Matthews, and I think we are going to make the change for Canada. That's a lot of goals. And when you make a change, I mean, the good thing for them is they get to roll for it. So Binnington's going to come out. So that means Sam Montembeault. So that means Sam Montembeault comes in to play for Canada, and we get to roll again. So we'll see how he does. Hopefully he doesn't roll a 1 or a 2. And he rolls a 6, so he's going to be good. So he comes in. I'll make a note here that that's when Montembeault comes in. And we go on to card number 6. Usually have a little bit more space here to lay these out. But we're space challenged because the Quick Decks takes up just a tiny bit more. But to keep everything nice and tight, well, this is just what I'm doing here. So visitors 3, home 2 on the forwards, and the D-men are the second pairing. Okay, so we turn it over, and we have the team with the highest rating has control. And wow, Canada's 10.1, USA's 9.8. That's pretty close. You could round them to like each being 10 and give them each one. But that's not the way I've been playing it. I might default to that. So check the rules when the game finally ships to see exactly how it's going to be. But right now, we're just going to give Canada the chance. I'm not showing any favoritism because I actually want both teams to win. So FD is going to be the right D. So Colton Parayko, he's going to be a 1 to 10. 1 to 10 for Parayko. And it's a 15 and a 1. So Hellebuyck takes care of that. And so there's going to be no rebound. Defender gains control. Rotate the lines. We're just going to rotate 1. And we go to the next card. And the next card is a skill check. No, a strategy card, sorry. And Team USA is playing pass out. Pass is intercepted. Here's a chance for Canada. They have a quick counterattack for a 2-on-1. And that's going to be the right winger and the left winger. And so it's going to be the higher pass assist between Brandon Hagel and Travis Konecny. So Konecny feeds it to Hagel. He's going to be a 1-17. So do they get a good shot? You bet. 1-17. Can Hellebuyck keep Team USA at 2 goals up? He does. Oh, man. That's what, the third time they've rolled a 7. So that is a good rebound. So the other player in the 2-on-1 gets a rebound. So Konecny is going to get a chance. So he is going to be 18 because 18 is a max. So let's see. He is definitely on. Hellebuyck, how many times are you going to roll a 7 here or lower? A 4? Well, apparently for the whole first period. So we have reached the end of the first period. I guess I could put the score up here. It is 3-1 for Team USA over Team Canada. Montembeault seemed to come in and calm things down for Canada. Okay, we're getting ready for the second period now. Forwards 4, D's 3. That's who's out on the ice. And we need a possession check, and that is going to be home has possession. They are playing dump and chase. They dump the puck in and get control. The pass goes to the left winger in the slot, but if the defender center has a block rating of 7 or more, and Anthony Cirelli does, he was a good blocking shots. Cirelli blocks a shot, so you go to rebound. Defender gains control, so Canada gets control. Rotate the lines. We got the top guys coming out on the ice now, and we go to the next card. So that's card number 1. Home team, though, takes control. So just like that, for this next highlight, USA now has control. FD is going to be the center. So Jack Eichel from in, he's going to be a 12. A 12 versus a 5. And it's a 13 versus an 11. So he's outside. They're both outside, so that's a rebound, okay. Team USA gets the rebound. Pass goes to the right winger in the slot. So that's Matthew Tkachuk. So he's going to be an 8. 8 versus a 5. And Tkachuk's shot is just outside, and it's a second rebound. So Montembeault just gets enough of it. Canada gets the rebound. We're going to rotate lines and go to the new card as well. Okay. Get that guy set up here. Next card. Team Canada, they are playing pass out. And you know what? This is a time to think, maybe they might want to change too. They're down 2 goals. I think they will. This doesn't affect this card, but it could come into play later on. Now, how you decide, there probably will be like a strategy card, coaching strategy card. It just, if it feels like it's the right thing to do, then I would say do it. So that's what I'm going with right now. But they're playing pass out, so it doesn't affect this at all. Their high puck move is 12. Morrissey's 13, Parayko's 12, so they both are. Oh, his pass results in a breakaway for left winger, which is going to be, and it is the second line out there. So that's Sidney Crosby. Crosby plus 12 from in is 4 and 12 is 16, but he can only be a max of 12. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 versus a 7. Crosby's shot is a 7 and a 7, and Hellebuyck makes a big save again. So there's a rebound. Rebound goes to, this time, the center from in plus 8. So McKinnon is going to be 13 versus a 7. McKinnon, a 9 and a 2, so that's a second rebound. Defender clears the puck and will have a face-off to start the next card. Wow, Hellebuyck so far has been the difference maker in the game. Okay, so we got forwards 1, D's 1. And we go on to the next card. And it's a penalty against the second highest player rated on the ice. Again, not on the team, but on the ice. So we got 7-5. And so it's going to be against Team USA, Charlie McAvoy. Maybe he got in the road of Connor McDavid trying to get in his grill, something like that. And so we're going to roll to see here if it's a first unit or second unit. And it is actually going to be Team Canada's second unit getting the chance this time. So we turn over a card. I'm just going to pull it in off camera. Power play control in the attack zone. High O rate on the second unit is Braden Point. He passes to left winger, so he just can't pass to himself, and he's not, so he's going to pass it to Mark Stone. Choice plus 5, so he's going to be a 14. So Stone 14, Hellebuyck a 7. And it's both again. Wow, Hellebuyck, it's just stealing the show here. So that's a good rebound. FD is going to be the center. So that is Braden Point, slot plus 6. It's not like Canada hasn't had good chances. There's a 13 versus a 7. We'll give it a little extra roll here. 13 versus a 7. 5 versus a 7. So it's a second rebound. Short man gains control. New lines from the row, and then we go on to the next card. Wow, forwards 3, D's 2, forwards 3, D's 2. Next card, we're card number 5 of the period, and it's another strategy card. So Team USA, they were the short man, they have control. They are playing dump and chase. They're high hitting of 11. Well, Tkachuk's 14, so yeah, they definitely are. That nice hit from Brady Tkachuk. They move into the attack zone. This is going to be the left winger. So Tkachuk is going to get a pass back in +8. So he's a 13. 13 versus a 5. 19 versus a 4. That's just a no rebound. So Team Canada gets control. Rotate lines. Go to the next card. So we have the 4th lines out there. Next card. This is card 6. Skill check. Team Canada, right wing, hitting 8+. Konechny, his hitting is a 6, so they fail that. Team USA is right D, block 10. Noah Hanifin is block 12, so D passes. They gain control. They move into the attack zone. Forward is center in +6, so Trocheck, he's an 11. 11 versus a 5, and it's a 13 and a 5, so that's a no rebound. Defender control, so Team Canada has it. New lines from row, so visitors 4, home 1, and then visitors 3, home 1 on the defensive pairing. Now this is the 7th card coming up. Second period, you're allowed to rotate 1. So Canada's going to rotate both their forwards and defense. Team USA is pretty happy having their top set out there. And now we have a penalty against the highest on the ice. It has to be 6+. And well, Tkachuk's a 7, and I think that's going to be the high. So Team Canada is going to go back on the power play. And there's the card, and so a 1 to 8 is going to be the first unit, and they're going to go with their second unit again. So Team Canada's second unit, we'll draw a card from over here, and it says power play control in the attack zone. High pass assist on the second unit is Mitch Marner. He's going to pass to the right winger, which is himself, so now he's going to pass to the left winger. Mark Stone in +5, so Stone's a 14. 14 versus a 7. Canada could use this. 14 versus a 7. 12 and a 12, and there's the power play goal for Canada, and that's going to make it a fun third period. Power play goal, and that was Stone from Marner. And let's see, do we have one more assist on there? A 3, yeah, so that's the highest. Highest remaining is Braden Point or Shea Theodore, so it's need a decide or die, and as Braden Point gets the second assist. All right, so let's move all this aside. And now we need to make the switch over to Quick Decks Hockey. So we bring in the different decks. We take this out. So we don't need that. And we need the Ice Action deck, which I've already set up. And the big difference with Quick Decks versus Highlight Hockey is you have extra charts. And I think what I'm going to do here is just grab this and tilt it up a little bit so you can see the other charts we have. There's the assigning assists, there's penalty, short man making a play, there's odd man rush. We tilt it over there, you can see where the power play charts are. That's the odd play charts as well. We go back this way, we can see we have the man advantage cards and we have the strategy cards, which I'll dig out here in just a second. Kind of adjust everything a little bit. We don't need the possession chart anymore, so we'll tuck it out of the way. I have here what we're going to do for strategies. This is for pass out, pass in, first and second period, so we flip it over for the third period. Team Canada is behind by 1, so we're going to subtract 2 from this D12 roll. So that makes it a 3. So they're going to play pass out and they're going to activate their D-min. And for the forwards, they roll a 1, so that's as low as it can be. So they will play pass in with their forwards active as well. Now, Team USA is playing the same, pass out and pass in. So they're ahead by 1, so they're going to add 2 to the roll. And that's a 9. So they are going to play pass out, which is how they played the Highlight Hockey, and a 12. So they're going to go to dump and chase. So no change there. for Team USA. And away we go. We are set now for the third period. 3-2 Team USA over Team Canada. I hope the game's as close. Hellebuck has been the difference. So one of the changes we make now is we move this little marker up to include the normal, because that's going to be their new rating. Montembeault is a 6. Hellebuck is an 8. And we got a face-off in the neutral zone to get things started. It's 3-2. I think we're pretty much set. And we start with the game action card. And a face-off in the neutral zone. High face-off wins. They're tied. Winning team controls in the neutral zone. If tied, high hitting gains control. Hitting for McAvoy's 11 for Team USA. And for Canada, it's just Sam Reinhart a 6. So the other difference, too, you'll notice is with that, this chart now no longer needed, we're just going to rotate through lines. So we don't need that. They start with their top lines, and we rotate after we've played a card, or if there's been 2 consecutive face-offs without using an ice action card. But Team USA has control, and they are going to play, they're playing pass out. With their forwards active, no. If not active, Team Canada gets control, but their play goes offside, so there's going to be another face-off in the neutral zone, which is the end of that card, so we rotate around. And I've got a marker here that I'll put on the card. That's kind of how I play it. Usually I have a blue marker, but I don't have it here right now. So we are second lines out, Matthews versus McKinnon. Neutral zone. Visitor wins a face-off. They control in the neutral zone if they're playing pass in, which they are. Home steals a pass and move into the attack zone. They get a chance. And a chance is the next one here. Pass goes to FD, right winger in the slot. Jack Hughes is in the slot. He's a 3. And we'll notice we're going to roll a lot more dice with because we're going to resolve every shot. So his 3 is a 15 and a 2. So Montembeault makes a save. There's no rebound. He holds on, and so now we'll go with another face-off, and we have defender wins the face-off. They gain control in their own end. Now we go to ice action card. Nobody has momentum or aggressive. They are playing pass in, and they have 2 players pass assist of 9. They've got just about everybody, and so it's going to pass going to go to the forward. The right winger has to be a 5+. Mark Stone is in +1. He's going to be a 10. Here's a good chance for Canada. Stone with a 10. His shot is on the mark. Hellebuck is now as a 1-8, and it's a 5. So that is a good rebound. Turn over the next card. Goalie rebound 7. It is. Defender gain control, and they move out to the neutral zone. So that's the end of that shift. It's a good chance for Mark Stone. And you could probably already tell, one of the big differences here is you don't have, in highlights, everybody's +5, +8, +10 on the shots. Here it's just basically the shooter's rating because we're trying to capture every shot in the period. Okay, Team USA has it. We'll flip over an ice action card. There's a penalty if there's a 1-3, and it's a 1, so we could have a penalty on the play. So I'm going to put this over here as a reminder to check and see. Team USA is playing pass out. Defender creates a turnover. They take control and move to the attack zone. So Canada has it. If the defender, in this case, the opposition, Team USA, has 2 players with a block of 10, Hanifin is a 12, so they don't. That's unusual. So if not 10, play goes to the forward. Center has to be 7+ and points an 8. Slot +1, so Braden Point is an 8. That's a pretty good chance as well. So it's an 11 and a 4, and that's a save by Hellebuck. And so now we're going to roll on the chart. So we roll a D12, and it's a 10, and it's potentially against both. And so we're going to roll this D6. So we'll roll for Team Canada. And a 1 is the center, so it's Braden Point. He's a 0. And so we roll here, and we'll see if he actually gets a penalty. Chances are low. 3 down here says if it's less than, and again, you can see there's writing on here. So this is a 1.5. There's no penalty. So there's no penalty on Braden Point. So there could be on Team USA. So let's see who it's potentially against. Number 5 is Noah Hanifin. His rating is a 1. So we're going to roll his D12 again. And it is a 7. Less center equal to a 3. There's no penalty. And for those of you who have ordered the upgrade from QuickDecks to Highlight Hockey, I'm going to send you a new one of these charts that has a couple of corrections on them. Okay, so there was no penalties on the play, and we ended up, I believe that was a face-off. Which way was it? I kind of forget now. You start talking and you forget. So that was Montembeault make the save. Did I get that right? Yes, I think so. If not, bonus for Team USA here. Okay, face off. We got to rotate lines. So we move these guys around. And so Trocheck versus Sorelli face off in the Canada end. Sorelli wins for Canada. And they are not playing safe. Is their right D hitting a 8? So Devon Tay's hitting is just a 3, so no. Less than 8, then defender. So now we're going to check on their left winger. Left winger is Brock Nelson. His hitting is a 3, so a no as well. The puck comes loose. The team with the second highest O rate on the ice here. So that's going to be a 10 for Team USA and an 11 for Team Canada. So Canada has control in the neutral zone. So that's the end of that shift. Not much happened. And Team Canada will go to the ice action card. And it says, is their left D O rate of 9? Morrissey is. They make a nice play into the attack zone. Center gets a shot from the slot. So Connor McDavid, he's a 4. And it's a 7 and an 8. Ooh, one of the rare times it's been outside of Connor Hellebuyck. So that means it's outside of both. That's a rebound, okay. Goalie rebound 7, he is. But he's able to squeeze it and not give up that rebound. And so we are going to rotate lines. Another minute of action. Good chance for Connor McDavid. Hellebuyck stands the test of time there for Team USA. All right, face-off in the Team USA end. Canada wins. They are going to create. Create says if their D-men are active, they are, then they make a good play. It's going to be the left D. In this case, a Shea Theodore. He's a 2 from the slot. And it is an 18 and a 6, and that's just a save made by Hellebuyck, and he'll hold on to it. So go back to the face-off circle again. Defender wins, so Matthews wins. If the opposition forward, so if their left winger takeaway, so Sidney Crosby's takeaway is an 8. So it is, Crosby causes a turnover. They gain control in the attack zone. They get a chance. See, this plays out for Crosby here. Chance says if their center pass assist, so McKinnon's pass assist is 19, so definitely passes. He passes to Choice for a choice shot, and that's going to be Mark Stone. He's a 9. So here's a 9 for Team Canada, and it's a good shot. It's a 2. Can Hellebuyck? Yes, make the save. He does. It's a good rebound, though. Let's see what happens. Goalie rebound 6. Defense gains control in their own end. We haven't used the ice action. There was only one face-off, so they are playing pass out. Or they're not playing pass in, they're playing dump and chase. 2 forwards hitting 8. No, they do not. They don't even have one hitting 8. Defender gets control, so Team Canada has it. They are playing pass out, and their forwards are active. They move through to the attack zone. Right winger is Mark Stone. He's going to have another chance here. A 9, and it is a 2 and a 4, and it's another good save by Hellebuyck. Another good rebound, though. The rebound is right beside the net. The center, Nathan McKinnon, he's a 5. Right beside the net, and it's a 14 and a 9, so that's an okay rebound. So Hellebuyck managed to make the save. Another chance for rebound. Goalie rebound 8, he's not. Team Canada gets control. They're going to create, but they make a bad pass and turn the puck over, and Team USA has it in their own end. They were probably getting tired. That was a long shift for Canada. Stone with a great chance for the equalizer. Team USA has it in the last of the first segment. They are not playing aggressive. They are playing dump and chase. They dump the puck in. If the defender left winger has a takeaway of 10 or more, and Marchand doesn't, so Team USA moves into the attack zone. They're going to create. They turn it over on a bad pass, and so Team Canada has it. So that's the end of the first segment. So now it's a TV timeout. And when there's a TV timeout, we will come back to a face-off, and we rotate lines. And then the teams get an opportunity to rotate again. So Team Canada will take that. They'll move to the first line. They'll keep the second pairing out. Team USA, would they want Trocheck out against Connor McDavid? Probably. So maybe they'll leave their fourth line out. You know, and so this is your game. You have to decide how you would want to play it. But now we're going to roll for strategies. They are behind by 1, so same thing. We're just going to subtract 2 for Team Canada. So they're a 1, so they're going to keep playing pass out and active. and an 11, 10, 9. So they're going to play pass in. So they're not going to have their forwards active. Now there is one thing they can do, and let me dig out this other card here, and they have a chance of playing aggressive, which they will do, but they only get to do it once per period. So in the third period, if a team is behind by 1, the team will play aggressive in the third segment. So we're in the second segment, so they're not going to play aggressive right now, but we'll keep this handy because what we'll do is do Team USA. So they're going to add 2, so 6, 7, 8. They're actually going to clear and play active. Here's where you, here's where you need to make a decision. Would you really do that? Would you activate your defenseman at this point in the game? Well, they only have 1. Maybe they would. So they're going to play clear and active and pass in as a 10, 11, 12, and they're going to stay dump and chase, which has worked well for them today. Now, here's where the active might go away because they can play safe. If they're ahead by 1, roll a D12 at the start of the second segment. So D12, 5. A 1 to 4 means they will play safe in the second. They will also play safe in the third. So they're not going to play safe in the second, but if they're still ahead, they will end up playing safe in the third period. And anyway, I'll let you see more about that as the game goes on. We'll see if that works out for Team USA. And we're getting back to the action. Face off in the neutral zone. Trocheck versus McDavid. And High wins, so Trocheck wins it for Team USA. And that's the best defenses and offense. Okay, we have a potential penalty on the play. We have a couple power play goals here already. Team Canada's not playing aggressive. Oh, it's Team USA has the puck. They're not playing aggressive. They are playing dump and chase. They dump the puck in. It gets deflected out of play. Face off in the Team Canada end. And now let's see. We bring this chart in again. And we go with a D12 and a D6. I'll roll both because the D6 tells you who it's on. So I'll roll them both. 4. So it's the highest on the visitor. And the highest on the visitor is going to be McDavid or Reinhart. And those are both 3s. So roll a decider. 1 to 3 is McDavid. And it is McDavid. And now roll a 12, and it's a 4. It's less than 2. So if he would have rolled a 7, he would not have had the penalty. So McDavid is going to take a penalty. And let's see what's going on with Team USA, because it's potentially against both. And it is... Oh no, it's not both. It was just the one. Okay, so Connor McDavid is going to go to the penalty box for Team Canada. So let's bring in these special team units here. Let's get all this dice out of the road. And McDavid is not on the short man. So just put that right there. I've got a card that I'm going to set on top here as a reminder that we got to remove 2 of those. And now here's Team USA. Let's get rid of some of these. And Team USA will start with their first unit, as will Team Canada on their short man. Okay, and now we have another deck of cards over here. And they're all shuffled up, ready to go, but we'll just give it a little shuffle anyway. Okay, so each one of these cards is 30 seconds. And we're just at the start of the second segment. And let's see what we have here. Action, there's a possible penalty. Roll a D6. A penalty is called on a roll of 1 to 3. Oh, is there going to be a makeup call here? No, it's a 5. Short man high forward D rate of a 10. Yeah, definitely. They got lots. They can make a play. Oh, he makes a nice play. They gain possession and can make a play, or they can clear the puck. Make a play is this chart here. And a lot of these make a plays have a +2 on them. The downside, so if they make a play, they roll a 12. 11 or 12, they get a chance on net. A 1 to 4, and they give up a pretty good chance. So because it's the start of this one-man advantage, I think they're going to take their chances and hopefully getting a little bit better card. So that's 30 seconds gone. If power play has 2 O rates of 11, they do. They set up. They have 2 creates of 11, they definitely do. So it's going to be the right winger, Matthew Tkachuk, in +1, so he's a 7. A 1 to 7 for Tkachuk, a 7 and a 6 for the goalie. Oh, and it's a power play goal, Matthew Tkachuk. Wow, his second power play goal of the game. Comes in the third period, and who knew that these special teams were going to be so important. So Tkachuk scores, and let's see who bring in this chart here. It's a 20 on the power play. if the high is greater than 12, they definitely are, then high gets assist. And so there's going to be just the one assist, and that's going to be Eichel, his third. So it's kind of fun seeing the elite of the elite coming through in this game. So the way this works now is that was in the first minute. So I'm just going to turn over one card because that's our timer, remember, as well. So then the man advantage cards goes away. We get back to lines. So Team USA had their first line out, so they could go with their second forwards and second D, and Team Canada can actually come back out now with Connor McDavid, and he'll try and make up for things. And they had their first unit out for D, so they'll put their second unit out. Okay, and we're ready to get back to action. Face off in the neutral zone is now 4-2 Team USA. Now here's where Team Canada can maybe change, and same with Team USA. The only thing Team USA will do right now is they're not going to play active. And when they're up 2 goals, if we go back to this chart here, when you're playing safe in the third period, so you can only play safe twice per period, and if ahead by 2, which is right here, play safe in the second and third segments. So Team USA is going to go and play safe. See if they can protect that 2-goal lead, because Hellebuck has been just a wall for them today. All right, here we go. So one other thing, and the reason you wouldn't have Team Canada playing their forwards active right now is because you can only have them active twice in a period, so 2 of the 3 segments, because you can't just wear the guys out. You know, they only have so much energy, and that's to stop you from doing that. So they will be able to have the forwards active in the final segment. So that's kind of one of the reasons why it's okay for them to not be active right now. All right, we go back to the face-off. Matthews and McDavid. Matthews wins it for Team USA. And they are going to do a check here. The high pass assist is Jack Hughes is a 14. So FD, right winger, choice +1. So Jack Hughes is going to get the chance here as a 6. A 1-6. 6 versus a 6 is a 12 and a 5. So Montembeault makes a save. And we'll rotate lines, and that's another minute. Now that's what Team USA is going to be doing, is starting to count down minutes in this game. Face off on the Team Canada end. Home team wins. If on offense, they are going to create. The puck is deflected to the neutral zone. The team with the highest hitting, Tkachuk's a 14, and that's definitely the highest hitting. So we're out in the neutral zone. Team USA has it. We go to the ice action card. They are playing dump and chase. They dump the puck in. If defender of 2, D rates of 9. They definitely have that. They have 4 of their 5 guys. Canada gets control. They move into the attack zone. So they move to there, and they're going to create. Puck is deflected to the neutral zone, so they weren't able to do anything. Team USA comes up with that out in the neutral zone. We rotate lines, and Team USA goes to the ice action card. They're playing clear. Defenders 2D rates 11. They definitely do. Both Makar and Tays are. They create a turnover. It's a good job for the Canadian defense. They move into the Team USA end. Here's a chance. Defender steals the pass. They control in their own end. So Team USA just backing off and playing, just playing calm. So Team Canada here, what they can do is, this fourth line is already played once in a segment. They don't have to play twice. So it gives a chance to put Connor McDavid's line back out there, which Canada will definitely do. See if they can get another turnover. Team USA has possession. They're playing clear. The puck is clear to the neutral zone. High O-rate on the ice, which is going to be Kyle Connor for Team USA. They take control. If their team's forwards are active, they're not. They just maintain control. So Team USA has it. And now we are going to go to a second TV timeout. We rotate lines 1 to start with. Because of the TV timeout, teams have a chance to rotate lines 1. So they'll go back to their Canada, go to their top pairing defense. Yeah, I guess Team USA will too, but they'll keep Austin Matthews out there. So now we go and we roll for pass in and pass out. And so we know for Team USA or Team Canada, they're down 2, so we're going to subtract 6. So it is a 6. So they're going to play pass out and active, but their defense have already played active twice, so they can't be active. And their forwards, they're going to be a 5 pass in and active. We know their forwards are going to be active, and they are going to play aggressive in the third period because they're behind by 2. Team USA, nothing's going to change there. They're behind, so they're just going to play clear, dump and chase, and play safe. Okay, here we go. Final segment, 4-2, Team USA face off in the neutral zone. Austin Matthews and Nathan MacKinnon. And it says high winds, tie to home. Matthews wins for Team USA. They do not have momentum. Canada's aggressive, but they're the defender, not the puck possession. So Team USA, if their right D has a puck move of 9 or more, and his is 11, he makes a nice play into the attack zone. They get a chance opportunity. Chances of high defender takeaway 12. Wow, Cale Makar is an 18. So yeah, and Mark Stone's a 13. They steal the puck and they gain control in their own end. And that's the end of that shift. And so now we have 6 minutes left to go in the game because there's 7 cards here in this final deck. And Team Canada has possession. They are playing pass in and out. They move into the attack zone. Here's a chance. The center, choice shot +2. So Braden Point, he's a 13 +2 is a 15. So here's a pretty good chance to see if he's on target. He is. Okay. Hellebuyck, a 1-8. He's been money and he's still money. So that's a good rebound because it was in both ranges. Team Canada's FD, lefty's going to get a shot from the slot. Josh Morrissey, he's a 1 versus a 7 because we're on the rebound now, and Hellebuyck makes a save and holds on for Team USA. And now we can rotate lines again, and Canada's going to just shorten everything up. We're in the final segment. You just have to run 2 defensive pairings, and you don't need to run the 4th line, although, you know, the 4th line could do some damage for you. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. Team USA is going to keep Trocheck out there, and they will go back with Renski and McAvoy. All right, face off in the Team USA end. Trocheck versus McDavid. Tie up, high offensive forecheck, which is a 9 for Reinhart, versus high defensive takeaway, which is a 14 for Werenski. And so Team USA takes control of the puck. If defender, center, takeaway, Connor McDavid is a 10, they gain control. If their forwards or D-men are active, they both, well, they are, their forwards are active. So Team USA moves it out to the neutral zone. Connor McDavid strips the puck, and here's an odd man rush. And we have an odd man rush chart here. We're going to roll a D12. Canada needs something big right now. It's a 2-on-1. So it's a left winger and a right winger, Sam Reinhart and Mitch Marner. So McDavid made the takeaway, fed it up to one of those 2 guys. And let's see here. If they're both creates of 8, yes. So the choice from in +2. So he feeds it to Marner. Marner to Reinhart, a 13 and an 8. It's a 17 and a 7. So all that anticipation for just a save. Ho-hum for Connor Hellebuyck. And we have 5 minutes to play. And we rotate lines around. Face-off in the Team USA end. Eichel versus McKinnon. Homan's a face-off. They control. They're in their own end, so they just have control there. Make sure I have the right number of cards. Yeah, we have 5 minutes left. There's 5 cards left. Defender safe. Nope. Puck possession safe. Penalty, a 1-3. We're in the last segment, so only 1. Referees have probably put the whistles away, and so it was outside anyway. They're playing clear. They just maintain control. And we rotate lines. And maybe what we would do this time for Team Canada, because their 4th line's pretty decent too, they're going to play their 4th line instead of their 3rd line. And same with the defensive pairing. They go back to the top guys. Team USA's happy with that. They have control. 4 cards to go. Defender safe. No. Puck possession aggressive. No, it's the opposite. So the cards are not turning in Canada's favor, but Connor Hellebuyck's making all the saves anyway, at least so far. Okay, this says, does the defender have 3 D rates of 8? They do. They're all 5 are. So they take control. They move into the attack zone. FD is the right winger from the slot. Travis Konechny, he's a 5. 5 versus an 8. 9 and 11. We're one of the few times it's been out of range, and it is out of range from Konechny, but that's an okay rebound. Defender high D-man, D rate of 9. Yeah, Faber, Hannafin are both over. They get control of the rebound in their own end, so they're taking care of business there. Rotate lines. We have 3 cards left. Canada's probably, if they get possession, they'll probably pull the goalie. All right, let's see what happens though, because Team USA has control. They are playing safe. They turn the puck over. Defender gains control. If their D-men or forward are active, they move through to the attack zone. They get a create. Create says if defender forwards are active, they're not. Defender jumps on a loose puck, and they get control in their own end. Actually, before we do that, because there's 3 minutes left, when they moved in, rather than go to this create, they would pull the goalie. So let's get the goalie out. So Montembeault's out. He's out of the net. They bring in the extra attacker right now, and that is going to be Braden Point. He's going to go out with those first guys. And now we go back to these cards here, the one-man advantage cards. And let's, so they had control. And so we start running cards over. So there's 2 cards per minute. There's 3 minutes to go. What I would do, though, with this first card, because we're 3 minutes out, I'm going to do 1 card. Just because that feels like it took them time to get control, and that might have burned the first 30 seconds. So here we have power play has control in the attack zone. If their FD, the right D, in this case is Colton Parayko, has a pass assist of 10. He doesn't. So it's FD. Left winger is going to get a shot from the slot, and it's Sam Reinhart from the slot. He's a 6. And it's a 14 and a 6, and that is no rebound. So it's just save. So it's going to be a face-off. So that's 30 seconds. So now we have 2 minutes to go because we've already flipped that card over. So we have 2 minutes. Remember, we'll turn 1 card for every 2 of these one-man advantage. So we rotate lines. USA is pretty happy about this because Trocheck's and Miller, they're their 2 best centermen. So second line out for Canada, and who are they going to put with them? Cirelli? Konechny? They'll go with Konechny, and they'll go back to their top pairing D. All right, here we go. 2 minutes to play. Power play has control. If any pass assists of 12, definitely. So it says rolls more than 1 because he passes. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to use a D20 and assign 5. So 1 to 5 is McKinnon, 6 to 10 is Crosby, and 18 is going to be Cale Makar. He passes to high shoot forward. So he's going to pass it to, because we have to include Konechny in here, it's going to be Nathan McKinnon. So he's a 1 to 5. So 1 to 5 versus an 8, and it's outside of both, so that's just a face-off. So we're into card number 2, and so we have 1 more to finish this minute. Power play control in the attack zone. The puck is moved to the point. Roll a D12. It's a 4. It's forward in +2. Treat it like a deflection. So left D, Cale Makar shoots it, deflected by Sidney Crosby from in. So Crosby's in as a 4, and he's an 8 and a 5. It would have been +2, so he was actually a 6, but not surprising, it's saved. And so now Canada will call a timeout because there's 1 minute to go. And so they'll want to get the best of the best out there. They'll put McKinnon out, and they'll leave their defense out. What's Team USA? Do they go to JT Miller, Brady Tkachuk, and Matt Boldy, and their top pairing D-men? And so we got 1 minute to play. We got 2 cards left. Possible penalty, well, only if it's a 1, and it's not, even though it says 1 to 2, just because we're in the final minute here. If there's no penalty, power play right D, Devon Toews create is a 9. Pass goes to FD, center, slot +2. So now we have 2 centers out there. It's McDavid and McKinnon. We have to decide which one gets the shot. So a 1 to 3, it's McDavid. So it's McKinnon. So he's a 3 +2 is a 5. So 5 versus an 8 to get this to a 1-goal game. A 2 and a 10 he does. Oh boy, we got 30 seconds left. And so Nathan McKinnon gets a goal for Team Canada. And that is man advantage. So it's an empty net. So McKinnon makes it a 1-goal game. And let's see, the assists here would be 8, highest and second highest. And so the highest, it's McDavid and Marner. Alrighty, well, we have nice thing is we have 1 card left. And so let's see here, any changes? I don't think so. Everybody's pretty happy. We're going to turn over the last card and see if Team Canada can throw this into overtime. Power play has control in the attack zone. If their left D has a puck move of 10, definitely Makar is a 14. He passes to forward. The center has to be an 8+. And again, we have to roll for which one. A 1 to 3 is McDavid. And it's McKinnon again. He passes to McKinnon, the slot +1. McKinnon is a 4. Oh boy, this is just like exactly what happened on the last card. So let's roll McKinnon. Roll McKinnon. He has to be a 4. He's a 19. So this is outside. He needs a rebound. And no rebound. Hellebuck is an 8. He makes a save to end the game. So Team USA hangs on for an exciting 4-3 win. And now you can see I got an hour to go before game time, and that should be fun. Well, there you have it. What a fun game that was to play. I enjoyed it. I probably made some mistakes playing it because it's so hard to concentrate on trying to talk through the game and what's going on and play the game at the same time. It is tough. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the game. So we have one more season I'm going to announce today. I do not have it finished, so this is conditional on me getting this done when Highlight Hockey is ready to go. And that is, we're going back even further because I've asked for some more original 6. And so we're going to go to 1960. 1960-61 is the final season that we're announcing right now. And of course, if you've got some ideas on seasons that you like to see, let me know. Try and put them in the hopper, and when we do another release of seasons, which will be later on this year, then maybe I can include them at that time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching the game, the Quick Decks and Highlight Hockey and how they integrate with each other. And we'll see you next time on 49 Sports Games.